right, welcome back. In this episode, we are going to talk about shedding the layers of your 2025 self and expanding into your 2026 self, your future self, the version of you that you would like to become in this new year. My name is Gianna Bedell. I'm a one on one coach, certified hypnotherapist, meditation teacher, and guide. And if you'd love deeper support as you move into 2026 beyond this episode, rewiring and reprogramming your subconscious mind for the version of you that you'd like to evolve into in this new year, make sure you check out the resources that are linked for you in the notes below. And if you really want to upgrade in 2026, make sure you grab access to the Rewired meditations. These are the ultimate up level for your subconscious mind, which is the root of why you are the way you are and why you do the things you do and why you have the identity that you do and the way you see why you have the identity you do and why you see yourself the way you do. So if you'd really like to rewire the way that you see yourself, make sure you grab access to those meditations linked below. And there's also tons of other resources for you to dive into as well. All right, 2026 is on the rise, just a few days from now. And this is the time we shed. This is the time we release the layers of what's been holding us back, where we let go of the version of ourselves from 2025 that we do not want to carry into 2026. So, this is the time where you do inner inventory, where you really start to take a deep look at yourself and say, okay, what I want to take with me into 2026, and this is what I want to leave behind. These are the experiences, these are the parts of me, this is the wounding that I want to say goodbye to when I say goodbye to 2025. Right. And of course, there's lots of amazing things that you may want to bring with you into the new year. So we take inventory and we celebrate those parts of us as well. This isn't all about, let me think about all the terrible parts of me and think about all the things that I need to change and let go of. I think that gets a really heavy focus when we talk about New Year's goals and resolution, which I'm really not a fan of, to be honest. We get so focused on all of the parts of us that are wrong, that are bad, that need work, that we forget that there are also lots of good parts of us that we get to bring with us into the new year. So it's very important that you take time and space before 2026 hits to really uncover, hey, I'm celebrating that this went amazing for me this year. I'm celebrating what I've achieved this year. I'm celebrating these parts of me that I am proud of from this year. And I want to take this with me. But also, there's also these experiences, these parts of me that I'd like to shed, that I'd like to release. And so there's a beautiful exercise that I love to do. It's called the Let Go list. Now, this is great for reflecting on the parts of you that you would like to let go of, where you just make a list and you write, I release at the top, dot, dot, dot. And you literally everything that you'd like to let go of, that you'd like to release from 2025, all the things that you'd like to leave behind in 2025. You fill that page up, whether it's 5 things, 10 things, 20 things, 100 things, whatever it is, you fill up that page. And then when it's done, you rip it up, you shred it up, and you burn it. You can burn it in a fireplace if you have one, an outdoor fire pit if you have one, or you can simply just throw it away in the trash. Right? That's a really easy way if you don't have access to fire. Although the fire is really cleansing and does feel really good. I do this every single year. What I used to do is I actually used to get like a big candle and put it up and light the candle for a while and let the wax get wet. And I would burn the paper in the candle and let it go into the candle wax, and then I would throw out the candle if I didn't have access to a fireplace. But I don't actually know how safe that is, so I won't recommend you do it that way. Of course, if you want to, go right ahead, but it's probably better to just rip it up and toss it if you don't have access to a fire. That exercise feels really good to do at the end of the year, so I highly recommend that you do that. And so with that, Yes, we energetically cleanse. Sage is a really good tool to have when you are doing this, to light some sage to cleanse the energy, to you rip it up. So I highly recommend doing some smudging, some saging, some Palo Santo. Really great tools to have when you are detoxing energy, when you are resetting for the new year. But on top of that, we also need to rewire your subconscious for the new identity that you want to take on so that you can actually see, feel, sense, and experience yourself as this next level version of yourself. Really getting clear on what this version of you looks like, right? Again, with all of the resolutions, we spend a lot of time focusing on all the things we don't like about ourselves, all of the things we want to change, right? We of course, always want to think about what parts of us we need to work on, what parts of us need healing, need focus, but the heavy emphasis on that a lot of times just makes you feel worse about yourself. So I don't recommend you focus heavily on all the parts of you that you don't like. And what I do recommend you do is actually write a vision of what the version of yourself looks like that you actually want to evolve into in 2026. So give yourself at least like 30 minutes, even more. Have it with a blank piece of paper and just simply write out a clear, concise description on the 2026 version of you. What you look like, what your energy's like, what you feel like, what you're doing, what you're no longer doing, who's in your life, who's not in your life, the hobbies you have, the habits you have. You do a full on character analysis almost like you are writing a character for a script, everything about you in 2026. This is you vision questing the future version of yourself of who you would like to become in the new year. So, this is an incredible, fascinating, fun, magical exercise. And the second piece of this is visualizing this version of yourself with your eyes closed in a state of self-hypnosis is the most powerful way to do it, or simply close your eyes and just do it. But if you really want to program this version of yourself into your subconscious, which is how you become this version of yourself much faster, is by getting into a state of self-hypnosis. If you've never done it before, check out the Rewired meditations that I have already recorded for you. They're linked in the notes below on the Rewired app. And this will take you into a deep state of meditation, much deeper than traditional meditation, where you are the most relaxed. And when you are in this deeply relaxed state, mind, body, and system, your subconscious mind is the most suggestible, which means whatever you visualize and tell yourself in this state, you will start to believe. You will start to become. So, this is how you rewire and reprogram and reset your subconscious. Because right now, the reason why you have the identity that you have the visual that you have of yourself, is because that is what is ingrained in your subconscious. So, to become this next level version of yourself, it's about allowing your subconscious to become that version of yourself first, to see that version of yourself first. So, the most powerful way to do this again is in a state of self hypnosis, which is where you are the most relaxed, the most suggestible, and you can program your mind for whatever you'd like to become, whatever you'd like to shift, to change, to evolve. And these are some powerful tools that you can do right now as you are emerging into the new year, into 2026, so that you can have a clear visual of where you're going. Because if you don't have a clear visual of who you're becoming and where you're going, you're just walking in blindly. Which, again, if that works for you, wonderful. But you have goals, if you have a vision of who you'd like to become and how you'd like to show up and how present you'd like to be and how grounded you'd like to be and how abundant you'd like to feel, your subconscious needs to know what that visual is. Your subconscious needs to feel connected to that version of yourself. And when your subconscious is connected to that version of yourself, that is when you're actually going to become that version of yourself. It's about pre-programming your subconscious for what you'd like to accomplish, do, and become in 2026. So these are 3 powerful exercises that I highly, highly recommend that you do. Again, let me reiterate, I do not recommend you set resolutions and you go crazy on the goals. Just get clear on who you want to become. Goals are great. I'm not saying you shouldn't set goals, but sometimes goals can set you up to feel worse about yourself and set you up for failure. So you want to have goals, but what you want to focus on is the visual of who you want to become. What does that goal make you feel like? What does that goal make you look like? Really getting clear on the energy that that goal gives you, the energy that you feel on the inside, but also the energy that you radiate and emit out into the universe to the people around you. So, again, we want to get really clear on the version of yourself that you want to become. And this is what most people don't do this time of year. Most of you are thinking about all the goals you have and all the ways you want to change and all the things you want to stop doing, but you're not getting clear on what that actually looks like, what the outcome of that actually looks like. You think about the process of getting there. Okay, so to lose weight, I have to do XYZ. But instead of thinking about all of the to-dos that go into weight loss, let's think about what you look like with the weight loss, what you feel like with the weight loss. What is that version of you who has lost weight? What are you doing? What are you not doing? What do you feel like? So don't skip this step. This is the step that actually makes an impact. And if you'd like more resources, more support, diving into this on a deeper level to program your subconscious for the version of yourself that you'd love to become in the new year, make sure you grab access to the Rewired meditations linked below. There is so much for you to dive into there as well. There are many free guides. I think there's like 3 or 4 of them that you can for free. There is a free abundance hypnosis you can download on my website, giannabadot.com. There is access to my application if you'd like to work together one-on-one to really clear out your subconscious, any trauma, any woundings, anything that is holding you back and keeping you stuck so that you can evolve into the version of yourself that you want to become in the new year on a deeper level. So you can dive into that below. There's so much for you to dive into depending on where you're at and what you need. There is something for you. So I am sending you love, healing, joy, excitement, happiness, and a focus on the good as you move into the new year. Don't focus too much on what's not good. That's when we manifest and create more of it. So I am sending you all the good vibes as you move into this new year. Feel excited, feel happy, feel blessed because you are divinely blessed. You are a child of the universe. And when you feel connected to that and you feel grateful for that, that's when you are able to actually manifest more. So, sending you love and all the good energy as you move into the new year. Try on these exercises, utilize the resources linked below. And if you loved this episode, make sure that you subscribe and you hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode along this incredible journey. And I'll see you next time.